Santa Clara was an incredibly impressionable experience for me. I learned a lot. I came from high school in Canada, which nowadays is kind of a hotbed, but at the time was definitely not a hotbed, and I had one scholarship offer. So to come here and play Division I basketball was everything I ever wanted and dreamed of, and it was also the challenge of a lifetime in many respects because I had goals of playing in the next level.
Absolutely phenomenal. This was maybe one of the greatest days of my life. Quite honestly, 27 or 8 players out of about 30 were here, and just a chance to reacquaint ourselves with each other. This was an outstanding night for us and for Santa Clara University.
This is special. I put this up in anywhere. You know, we've got one of our guys from Paris, Brendan Graves. We've got Harry Hoffman from Germany. We have Jake Setlock from Australia, and assistant coach Sam Shuley from Dublin, Ireland. So it's hard to pull off. Santa Clara was able to do it, and we're going to make the most of it.
I mean, it was great. I had like brothers away from home, all these guys I consider my brothers. Coach Davey was like a father figure mentor, because I don't know if you know my story. I didn't have a father growing up. So it molded who I was. You know, as an 18-year-old coming in, I was able to mature and help me be who I am now. So it's been great. I mean, I owe a ton, my career, my life to this place.
The things I learned on the basketball court here have offered me so much in life that I feel really fortunate that I was able to come to such a great university, but also play for a coaching staff and an administration that supported us and challenged us in the way that they have.
I labored over my decision, being recruited by a bunch of colleges, so this was the right decision. I thoroughly enjoyed my time with Carol Williams, Dick Davey, and Kevin Eagleson, my coaches when I was here. The professors were all terrific. Student body, it was great.
By the time you leave, you understand you played for a coach that cared about you, not just as a player, but more so as a person. You know, I came here thinking he was going to help me as a basketball player. He's helped me as a professional, and the reason I coach today has a lot to do with him. So his input, his dedication, his commitment to us as players, as people, is immeasurable.
Toughness, to me, is the critical element for any team. The ability to sustain, the ability to fight through adversity, and those two teams could do that. They were demanding of themselves. You know, we would practice 3 hours a day approximately. They'd come into the gym at 9 o'clock at night and play for another 2 hours.
To Steve's credit, when you take somebody that has that sort of competitiveness and that drive and that willingness to read situations, see what he has to do to adjust and adapt to get better, which is what he did. He worked at his craft. He worked extremely hard at his craft. Even though he got drafted relatively high, there were still a lot of doubts, you know, in scouts' minds that he was going to be able to make it in the NBA, and he proved a lot of people wrong.
When I think of Steve, I think of a guy like Kurt Rambis, a guy that works so darn hard he can't help but make it. Steve was one of those type of guys. I think he could have been probably a pro in 4 sports. A lot of people don't realize that. Ice hockey, soccer, basketball, and his high school coach tells me he would have been a tremendous shortstop or second baseman in baseball, but he gave it up at an earlier age.
We weren't the most athletic, didn't have any 5-star guys, played well together, and it was a highly competitive group. If I go and talk to any of the guys right now, they're probably arguing or fighting or debating about something right now, and that's the relationship we've always had. But that's competition, and that when you have a brotherhood and you have family and friends that are always like that, you know, it's fun. It makes it fun, and competition, especially in athletics, is the key. So that was our group, and that was also how our bond stayed and remained strong.
It was incredibly impactful and influential for all of us, and you know, I think at the same time, hopefully it was impactful for the school, so we can revisit some of the successes we've had and hopefully provide an opportunity to spark influence and inspiration going forward. I want to thank everyone else here, and I want to ask you to support them and everyone involved in this university and all the success we've had, so thank you. Yeah. The school, this is, I mean, this is an unbelievable university. First of all, it's a fantastic place. Yeah, It's one of the best educations in the country, in the world.
Then also looking at, you know, the university itself and the history and the tradition that there has here. I mean, those two things combined together are really what drove me to want to be a part of the Santa Clara family.